Hello my friends and welcome to the show. My name is Dan Edwards and today we are taking a look back at the House of Pain wrestling action from this past weekend, and we're going to kick things off with Sherwood from Friday the 7th of February. The show kicked off with tag team action as my boys in the Bad Influencers, Nate Ajax and Zach Davey, were in action against Zach Roberts and Harley Harris. Towards the end of the match, it was my boys isolating Zach Roberts, hitting the meat in the middle, and then Zach Davey pinned him, making me proud and picking up the win. Up next, it was singles action, and the winner of the match would enter that night's Rumble in the number 20 position. It was Mr. Number 1 Niall Hind going one-on-one with the newcomer Scooter. And in the match, it was Niall Hind securing the win when he hit a neutralizer, meaning that Niall Hind would be the last man to enter the Rumble. It was a fatal four-way match next, where whoever got pinned in the match would be forced to enter the Rumble from the number 1 position. The participants were the super duper star Razor Johnson, Alex Rue, the last true hooligan Ruddy, and the House of Pain Full Throttle champion LJ Heron. It looked like Razor Johnson had the match won as he took out everybody, but he spent too long posing in the middle of the ring, and this allowed LJ Heron time to recover and climb to the top rope, where he came flying off with a clothesline, then climbed back to the top and hit a huge splash, pinning Razor Johnson and picking up the win, which means Razor Johnson enters that night's Rumble from the number 1 position. It was 6-man tag team action next, as it was Max Chimera teaming up with the debuting Riley Miles, teaming up with the returning Psychotic Sweeney to take on the team of the OG of the HOP, Jaden Law, Rocky Underwood, and Mr. USA, Lance Flashman. And it was Lance Flashman hitting a Northern Lights suplex onto Riley Miles, securing the win for the team. The main event of the night was the 20-person Rumble match, where 2 people start in the ring and every 90 seconds a new participant enters, and the only way to be eliminated is to be thrown over the top rope with both feet hitting the floor. After all 20 participants were in the ring, we eventually came down to the final 4, which were Oscar Prospero, Pinky the Pirate, Lance Flashman and Niall Hind. It was Flashman and Oscar being eliminated first, leaving it down to Pinky and Niall. It looked like Niall had things won as he picked up Pinky, but as he went to throw him out, Pinky grabbed onto the top rope, hooked on a head scissors, and used Niall's own momentum against him to eliminate him, meaning that Pinky the Pirate won the Sherwood Rumble and can now have a title opportunity of his choice whenever he likes. After the match though, Oscar Prospero re-entered the ring and attacked Pinky, but Pinky fought back and sent Oscar running. Pinky then grabbed the microphone and announced that when we return to Sherwood, it will be Pinky the Pirate taking on Oscar Prospero in a street fight. Moving on to Beeston now. On Saturday, the 8th of February, the show kicked off with tag team action as the Tribal Beef Grayson Clay teamed up with the Imperial Dragon to take on the team of the Stormbreaker Marley Hayden and the House of Pain Heritage Champion Joseph Starr. Towards the end of the match, Joe was going for his second rope DDT, but Grayson managed to block this and reverse it into a huge powerbomb, with Grayson Clay then pinning the Heritage Champion. It was singles action next as the Skegness sexy boy Owen Ocean was going one-on-one with one half of the tag team champions, Davey Thompson. Owen looked to be closing in on victory as he was attempting a Boston Crab, but Davey managed to power out of this and then pick Owen up and drop him down with the Rikishi driver, securing the victory. The House of Pain Women's Championship was on the line next as the Beastess Dolly Dharma challenged for the title against the Lioness Lexi Morgan. Dolly looked to be closing in on victory as she attempted to lock in the full Dharma, but Lexi reversed this into a roll-up, pinning Dolly and retaining the women's title. Brad Matthews came out to the ring next to talk about his recent Rumble victory, but before he could say much, the House of Pain heavyweight champion Joey Slade came out to the ring. Joey said he knows that they are good friends and just wanted to ask Brad if he was going to challenge for his heavyweight championship. Before Brad could enter, Kyle Crimson came out along with Xander Scott, and Kyle was complaining about how Jaden screwed him out of the Heritage Championship. This is when Jaden came out onto the stage taunting Kyle, so Kyle and Xander chased him to the back. During this though, Oscar Prospero sneaked into the ring through the audience and attacked Joey from behind, and then said that he was cashing in his title shot right there, but before the bell could ring, Brad Matthews attacked Oscar, stopping him from using his title shot. During this though, Jaden came running back through the room with the bull ring still chasing him. After a bit of a fight in the ring, Brad Matthews grabbed the microphone and challenged the bull ring and Oscar to a match right there and then, which Kyle accepted, so we had ourselves a 6-man tag team match. Towards the end of the match, Joey and Brad were setting up for a double team on Oscar, but Oscar managed to duck and Brad hit Joey in the head. Oscar then sent Brad into the ring post and rolled up Joey, pinning the House of Pain heavyweight champion. Oscar then attempted to cash in his title shot once again, but Brad and Jaden stopped him from doing so, but Kyle and Xander got involved. This is when Matlock came to the ring going after Kyle Crimson, but Xander Scott sacrificed himself to save Kyle and ate a chokeslam for his efforts. Tristan Wheeler came to the ring next, along with the private investigator Rosa Keaton, and Tristan announced that Rosa had completed her investigation on the conspiracy theory as to why Tristan was not entered into any of the Rumble matches. Rosa announced that the person to blame for this was in fact Tristan Wheeler, and that Tristan had the worst win-loss record over the past year of anyone in House of Pain. Tristan at first seemed grateful that Rosa had pointed this out to him, but then got in her face and eventually kicked her right in the face with a bicycle kick. This is when Matlock came out to the ring, challenged Tristan to a match, and the match was on. Tristan took his jacket off and turned round straight into a huge chokeslam from Matlock. The crowd were crying out for him to do it again, so Matlock obliged and hit a second chokeslam, pinning Tristan Wheeler in probably one of the shortest matches in House of Pain history. After the match, the beaten down Tristan told Rosa Keaton that next month it will be Tristan versus Rosa. In the main event of the night, it was an 8-man elimination tag team match, as it was the Black Sheep of Johnny Sharp, Will Roberts, Reina and Ryu Genshin taking on the team of Pinky the Pirate, Kobe Woods, Indigo Jones and Mikey McLovin. If the Black Sheep win, then the 4 members of the opposing team would be suspended until Johnny cashed in his title shot. But if the Black Sheep lose, then they are forced to disband. The match started off with a lot of action, and it was Ryu Genshin being eliminated first when Mikey McLovin hit a go to sleep and pinned him, meaning the Black Sheep were down 4 men to 3. But Johnny Sharp came straight into the ring, hitting the Yorkshire Claymore onto Mikey, eliminating him and evening up the odds. After this, it was Pinky the Pirate going for a 619 onto Will Roberts, but as he ran to hit the ropes, he bumped into Indigo Jones, which briefly distracted him, which allowed Will Roberts to hit the skull-crushing finale and eliminate Pinky the Pirate, meaning the Sheep were up 3 men to 2. It was Indigo Jones eliminated next as he came off the top rope, but Reina speared him out of mid-air. Johnny Sharp then demanded to be tagged in, hit the Yorkshire Claymore and eliminated Indigo, leaving Kobe Woods in a 3-on-1 situation. Kobe was not going down without a fight though, and as Reina was going for a spear, Kobe managed to avoid this. Reina went shoulder first into the ring post and Kobe rolled him up, eliminating Reina, leaving it down to 2-on-1. Will Roberts came into the ring trying to take advantage, but Kobe managed to avoid him and came flying off the second rope with a Kobe cutter, eliminating Will Roberts, meaning that it was 1-on-1 Kobe Woods versus Johnny Sharp. Kobe looked to be closing in on victory as he went for the Kobe cutter again, but Johnny pushed the referee TJ in the way and TJ was hit with the Kobe cutter. This is when Johnny ordered the rest of the Black Sheep to come back out to the ring, and it looked like we were about to have a 4-on-1 beatdown, but Mikey, Pinky and Indigo came charging back to the ring, evening up the odds. As the 8 of them stood facing off, this is where Ryu Genshin and Reina walked out on the Black Sheep, leaving it to just Johnny and Will against all 4 of their opponents. Johnny was proud of Will, saying that he'd been there from the start, which is when Will apologised and walked out on Johnny as well. Johnny now left in a 4-on-1 situation and no referee, took one hell of a beating, which ended up with a 619, a go to sleep, a flatliner from Indigo Jones, and then Kobe Woods finished him off with a Kobe cutter. The referee countered the pin. Kobe was the sole survivor. The Black Sheep had lost, and the Black Sheep are no more. We rounded off the weekend in Orsworth on Sunday the 9th of February, and the show kicked off with a match where the winner would move on to the main event to wrestle the winner of the second match of the night. The opening contest was Oscar Prospero going one-on-one with Alex Roux. Towards the end of the match, Oscar grabbed his book and was about to hit Alex with it, but TJ, the referee, stopped him. But as he was getting the book out of the ring, Oscar hit a low blow onto Alex Roux, followed up with a headlock driver, pinning him, advancing to the main event. Up next, it was the other match in the single elimination tournament where the winner would face Oscar Prospero in the main event. It was the main spectacle, Tristan Wheeler taking on the House of Pain Full Throttle champion LJ Heron. And this match saw LJ hitting a spear and pinning Tristan to advance to the main event. After the match, Oscar Prospero came out and congratulated LJ on his win and said that how about they up the ante in the main event, and LJ puts the Full Throttle title on the line, but without the 8-minute time limit in play. LJ accepted the challenge and the title would be on the line, but this is when Tristan Wheeler snuck back in the ring, attacked LJ from behind. Oscar then joined in until Alex Roux came back out to the ring, chasing off Oscar and Tristan. It was tag team action next, as it was the Tribal Beef Grayson Clay teaming up with the Headhunter Isaac Carver to take on the NGOGs of Jaden Law and Scooter. Towards the end of the match, Grayson and Jaden were fighting on the outside, but Jaden managed to shove Grayson headfirst into the ring post. After this, it was Scooter hitting a springboard codebreaker onto Isaac Carver, pinning him, picking up the win for the team. It was 6-man tag team action next, as the Bad Influencers of myself, Nate Ajax and Zach Davey were in action, taking on the team of Antra Powers, Indigo Jones and Davey Thompson. Towards the end of the match, we managed to isolate Antra Powers and we hit a triple meet in the middle, and then I pinned Antra, picking up the win. In the main event of the night, it was the House of Pain Full Throttle Championship on the line, but with no time limit, as Oscar Prospero challenged for the title against LJ Heron. During the match, the referee TJ did get knocked down, which allowed Tristan Wheeler to get involved in the match, but Alex Roux was there as well to stop Tristan in his tracks and take him out. This allowed LJ some time to recover, and this is when he hit a pile driver onto Oscar Prospero, and the groggy referee slowly counted to 3, meaning that LJ Heron retained the Full Throttle Championship. Well, that is all I do have time for today, so thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, leave a comment below, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time, right here on the Dan Edwards Show.